Alright, what you see here is a Hunter Bedford ceiling fan. It's a 44-inch ceiling fan in the white and bright brass finish. And as you can tell, it's basically a Hunter Bayport in the white and bright brass finish with included a 3-light fitter. Now, the Bayport never came in white and brass. Unfortunately, I honestly think it looks really nice in the finish. I've always wanted to get a Bayport and have a light kit like this on it. And then fan collector Brian Hicks posted about this on the Facebook groups a few months back. Well, actually, no, it's been over a year now. He posted it back in late 2019, I think. And I messaged him right away saying if he was to sell it, I'd buy it off him. Yeah. The fan came brand new in the box. And this specific one was sold at Target. For those who don't know, Target did sell ceiling fans back in the day. I didn't know they sold Hunter fans back then. But to find a fan like this at a Target back then, that definitely goes to show you the type of fans they sold back then versus what Walmart would sell nowadays. I know Walmart sold Hunter fans back then too. They had some like Coastal Breeze variants or Quiet Breeze variants and such. But to find something like this at a Target, which is like more like a showroom version of a Hunter fan, so back then, not a economical model, it's definitely a good find for like a discount type store of sorts. But yeah, this specific one is from the second quarter of 1999, and I do know that these were also sold at Sears as well. But this specific one I know is from Target due to the box saying exclusive, like a Target exclusive, something like that on the bottom, or like the information of like where it was being shipped to said Target. So, and it had a Target like logo on the bottom of it, the Hunter box, which I did show in the unboxing video of it. But yeah, the fan does have reversible blades. Has these light oak blades on the top. Now, a lot of people don't like white and brass fans. I do like them, but it really depends on the fan. Like, for an example, the Hunter Original, I'm not the biggest fan of in white and brass, and that's mostly because the fan itself, I think, looks strange in the finish. Newtone Variant Deluxes, however, I really do like in white and brass. Same thing with Casablanca Victorians. It really depends on the fan. This is one that I think it looks really nice on. So, yeah. And one thing I really do like are these shades that it has. It has like a leaf design to it. And it's something that you don't really see on Hunter fans. Usually they'd come with those regular Hunter shades that these type of fans would have back then. I think they still use to a majority of the fans nowadays too. Like the newer version of the Studio Series and the Bayports. Not the Bayports, on the Beacon Hills and such. But this one has its own set of shades that you don't see on other Hunter models, which I find very unique about this fan. Yeah, let me go ahead and show it with the light. And as you can see, it does work, and it gives off a good amount of lighting for a fan that just has 3 lights. I mean, obviously this fan didn't come with light bulbs as Hunter fans back then typically didn't. But yeah, no, it really does look nice with the light on, especially. Shut off the track lighting I have in the back, the standing with track light. Yeah, it definitely lights up the space pretty well. Definitely will be good for a kitchen installation. In fact, this will look really nice in my the kitchen at my grandmother's house where we have that Hampton Bay hugger installed. I think this will look really nice there. But obviously that's not going to happen. So this is staying with me. But like in that type of setting, I think this will look really nice, especially off to the corner like it is. But yeah. Let me go ahead and shut off the light and start the fan off on low. Now, I'm not sure if these fans came in other finishes aside from white and brass. I'd assume they did, but since very little information on these are known, I can't confirm that. In fact, there's very few collectors even knew about these and such. And this is the only one that's on YouTube as of the time that I'm filming this and such, so yeah. Now it's definitely a fan I could see myself installing somewhere when I get my own place. If it's like a small kitchen, I'd definitely install this if it matches. If it has like a dated looking kitchen for like the 90s decor or something like that, this is will definitely go up without a question. But actually, now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't, only because this fan's so rare and such. And the fact that it's brand new out of the box, I probably wouldn't use it in the kitchen, probably in like a different space. Maybe like a small dining room or something. Maybe, I mean, like, I probably could do it in the kitchen, but it's like not like above the stove, like the one that I have in this apartment. Maybe like over like a breakfast table or something like that. That's like kind of off from the kitchen and such. That I'd probably do with this without a question. Definitely if I can see like in a diner or like a restaurant setting, a flower shop, especially with those shades that it has. But yeah, it's definitely moving a good breeze on the low speed. It's quiet. It's not going too fast on the low speed. Haven't tested too many of these 42, 44-inch Hunter fans from this era. Like from out of my collection, because I don't really have that many of them. But from the ones I've tested out in public and such, and I know that they're very powerful fans. Outperforming many 52-inch fans, too. Right, let me go ahead and shut off the light. I'm not sure how much this sold for at Target back then. Maybe like $80 or something. I can't see it being over 100 just because, especially if it's like a place where people can find stuff cheaper, basically like Walmart. I just can't see them selling a fan for over $100 in the store. Definitely would look nice like above us, kind of like in an entrance area of some sort. Kind of like how Dance 50 Newman has that Fasco above his stairway. Honestly, I'd probably do something cooler, but it's definitely a fan that I think wouldn't look bad above a stairway like that. Especially the white and brass combo is kind of what really makes me feel like this would be a nice fan above that. Since I kind of saw like a lot of decor and stairways like that as a kid, and they're like in a white with like brass decor and like a lot of white and brass mixture of stuff. I know a lot of people aren't really the biggest fan of white and brass, but I really do like it. It just really depends on the setting and the fan. Like Delta 2s, especially in white and brass, I think they look really nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the medium speed. Now with a Bayport, I definitely would like make it look just like this with the same type of light fitter, obviously with different shades, and put it in the kitchen. That I wouldn't mind doing, but with this one, I probably wouldn't unless it was like over a breakfast table of some sorts. I don't know. I mean, at the same time, it's not like I couldn't find another Hunter fan in like just like it that has like the same parts and make it look just like this, but it's just finding a white and brass fan from Hunter of like this style of like the Beacon Hills and such. They're not as common like they were back then. Usually, you always find them in white or in the brass finishes, but not white and brass. I do remember seeing quite a few of them on displays in the Dominican Republic as a kid. White and brass Beacon Hills and such, or Brightons. But nowadays, it's like really uncommon to see anything like that. It's moving a good amount of air on medium speed. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite finds from 2020, without a question. Yeah, it's definitely moving a nice breeze on the medium speed. The only other Hunter fan I've tested of this style, 44-inch Hunter fans with those detachable switch housings like this, is the Stratford 2 that I have. I think that's the only one I've tested for my collection that's like it. Though I could be mistaken. I might have tested another one like it that I just don't remember. But yeah, no, these 42-inch Hunter fans like these with the detachable switch housings definitely outperform the 42-inch Hunter fans from the 90s, like the Summer Breeze or the low profiles. I'm not sure if the low profiles going into the 2000s outperformed the 90s ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, though. But, like the profile 3s and such. I'm not sure about the ones from the Home Depot low profiles and such. But I noticed like the 42-inch Hunter fans that had those vents in the motors, like those banana-looking vents that some people refer them as. Definitely are the ones that perform a lot better. If they're the ones that don't have the vents, I notice those ones don't perform as well. In terms of it being like a 42-inch size fan and such from Hunter. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the high speed. Which of course I am not going to be surprised if it does wobble a little bit. And yep, here it goes. That is the issue with these mounting brackets. Is it do kind of cause the fan to wobble a little bit since they're not 100% flat. But this one has, I did put actually put the stuff that helps reduce the wobble or the humming that they use for these mounting brackets. Since this one came with it out of the box since it was brand new, I figured I'd see if that would help, and it definitely looks like it is. But at the same time, these blades aren't bent at all, so I definitely feel like that's another reason. But it isn't uncommon for smaller fans like these to have a little bit of a wobble on the high speed, especially if the blades are perfectly balanced. Yeah, the thing's definitely moving a good amount of air for a fan of its size. It's definitely not Casablanca air movement, but it's definitely a lot more powerful than a lot of 42-inch, 44-inch ceiling fans out on the market, even for showroom fans back then. No, it depends on the company that is. But yeah, for something like this to be sold at a Target back then, it's definitely much higher quality fan you could buy back then at a Target or like a Walmart. These could have been sold at Walmart too. I'm not 100% sure on that, but due to there being very little information on the Hunter Bedford series ceiling fan, it went, it could be possible. I mean, it's without a doubt outperforms the Coastal Breeze, obviously. But yeah, definitely, it's a very powerful fan for a fan of its size. Definitely, if it's like in a small bedroom or something like that, it would definitely keep you cool at night. No, that sound that you're hearing from it is not really anything to be concerned about. It's just the chains hitting the white globes and such. Yeah, it's the fan one right there. It's hitting it. The one for the light isn't bouncing around. Kind of wish they kind of positioned the chains a little bit further away from the actual thing, but for it being a free light one, it's obviously a bit trickier to do. But yeah, no, the thing definitely, especially being right underneath, it definitely pushes a strong breeze. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty fast fan too. I mean, yeah, can't even keep up with the speed on it. Yeah, it's definitely a really nice fan. I'm definitely glad I got this. Alright, go ahead and do spin down, and then show it on reverse. I haven't actually done a spin down on it. I just put it up just to see if it ran quickly, if it was connecting up properly, and then just started the video. So I'm not sure how long the spin down will be on this fan. Might be a bit quick because this fan's never been run before, since it's been new in the box all these years. But yeah, I remember when they opened the Target near me, seeing ceiling fans there for sale as a kid. And I know they didn't have Hunters, but they had like Prominence Home, Home Essentials stuff, cheap stuff. And yeah, then like the year after they didn't have it. So it was like around 2002, 2003 that they stopped selling ceiling fans in the stores. And this one obviously has, definitely I'm not surprised that it had a quick spin down to it. So let's go ahead and show it on reverse. Definitely gonna have to get a new phone soon because camera cuts off at certain points, and honestly I don't want to have to restart the whole video. So hopefully going into the next week or so after you've seen this video, I'll have a new phone. I mean, it's an iPhone 8. I've had it for almost 3 years now, so it's definitely starting to go on its way out. And it's not that it doesn't have enough space, it's like a glitch that happens every now and then. More so it happens when I'm filming longer videos. That sound you're hearing isn't the fan, that's just the water pipes in the apartment. Actually, it might be the fan. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Yeah, it's the fan. Not sure what that sound is, but not sure if that's dry bearing sound or something. Could be. I mean, the fan's been in the box for over 20 years, so it's from 1998, so it's about, yeah, it's about 22 years old. Almost 23. Even though the fan doesn't look to be that old, it definitely. I mean, it's just the fact that Hunter's kind of had this look on their Hunter fans ever since like late 90s, going up until 2013-ish. So the look still looks a bit modern-ish in a sense. Interesting, that's making this noise on reverse, but it didn't do it on downdraft. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.